afternoon everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I am literally starting this video as soon as I've just finished the previous video, mainly because I just didn't want the last video to be too long, but I don't want to miss out any like progress with the flooring. So if you didn't see the last video, I'll sort of like link it down below, pop it on the screen if you do want to go back and watch that. But we've basically started our sort of like living room transformation. We do need to get the walls plastered, which probably won't be happening like anytime soon, but the floor was the main thing that needed doing, and we had all of the flooring, so we've started that. So I just want to start this video now and keep you updated, because Louis probably will continue laying that floor this afternoon. So yes, I'll keep you updated with the living room progress. I just need to have a little tidy up around the kitchen because I've just made my dinner and everywhere is looking a little bit of a mess. I'm waiting for a delivery of some white gel pens that I ordered late last night off Amazon, because I started writing our wedding invitations yesterday, but I only had like a basic black pen and it just looks a little bit rubbish. Louis did buy like a nice fountain pen for us to use, but he bought it in blue and our invitations are green, and it just didn't look great. So I showed him and he said, yeah, definitely order some white pens. So I did that last night for next day delivery, so I'm hoping that they come sort of soon today so that I can sit and write some of our invitations, because we want to get those out like next week ideally, like as soon as possible. So yeah, that is my plan for today, and I will just pick you all up when there's some progress in the living room. So this is how the living room is looking. It's actually been over a week since I last spoke to you. I forgot to, something sidetracked me as I was like speaking to you last time, and I was going to come and show you this last week and I completely forgot. So it is now like an entire week later, but this is how the living room is looking. Louis has maybe done 1 or 2 nights during the week just like continuing with the floor. Like I've mentioned before, weeknights for us isn't really a time that much gets done. Obviously by the time we finished work and like just done our usual sort of like nighttime routine, walking the dog, making the tea, all of that stuff, there's usually not much time during the week. So yeah, there's still a little bit to finish off. It's currently Sunday, so obviously Louis is playing football this morning, but I'm guessing he'll be continuing with this when he gets home and hopefully finishing it today. I don't think it'll take him long to like get this bit finished off, so hopefully this will be done by the end of today. Like I said, it is currently Sunday morning, so I was going to pick you up yesterday, but we ended up actually doing nothing in the house yesterday. We nipped into town and we actually had a really successful trip. Louis really needed to get a wedding ring because he basically doesn't want a wedding ring. He doesn't like jewellery. He never ever wears jewellery. He's never worn a ring, so he just had this thing in his head that like they don't suit him, they're uncomfortable, he doesn't want to wear one, but obviously he is wearing a wedding ring, so we just needed to try and find something, because we've been a few times and he's just sort of like, oh, I don't know, I'm not really sure, but we weren't getting anywhere. So yeah, we went yesterday and he did choose a wedding ring, which is really, really good. And yeah, we just basically went to a few different places, but ended up being out for hours. We nipped into a travel agent's as well, because we really need to sort out our honeymoon. We don't know where to go or what to do for our honeymoon, and it's getting to the point now where we're just going round in circles. I mean, obviously it's expensive and we want something special because it's our honeymoon, but we obviously don't want to spend a fortune. We don't want to pay loads, which I'm sure a lot of people don't. No matter like what holiday you're booking, you want to get a good deal, but obviously when we've got like the house and everything going on here, we just can't justify like spending a fortune on the honeymoon. but I think both of us are just a little bit stuck because we've got the option of possibly like going to a bit of a nicer hotel, but just keeping it quite like standard with the destination. Maybe it's going to like Tenerife or Mallorca or even like Greece, places like that. But I think we both have the feeling that we sort of want to go somewhere, I don't know, a little bit different, somewhere that like we've never been before, somewhere that we can make the most of it being our honeymoon, somewhere that we're maybe not going to go back to in the future if we have kids and stuff. But those places are a lot more expensive, so yeah, we're really just trying to like find the best place to go for obviously the best price. So yeah, that's the one thing we haven't like sorted out yet, but everything else seems to be coming together nicely. So yeah, we did have a successful day yesterday, but it just wasn't anything to do with the house, so there's not been much for me to show you really. But yeah, I will pick you up later on, or I'll show you like what Louis gets up to when he gets home. I think I'm just gonna probably like potter around the house and just do a general like tidy, clean up. There's loads of clothes upstairs that need putting away, there's loads of washing that still needs doing. So yeah, it'll probably just be quite a chilled Sunday. It's actually a really nice day today. The sun is shining. It is now April, so I'm praying that the weather is going to get a little bit nicer, because yesterday it was awful. The one day that we were out of the house all day and it just rained non-stop, so it's nice to see a little bit of sunshine. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with some stuff in the house and I will pick you up later and show you the progress in this living room. Actually, I almost forgot to show you this. So I ordered a sample door of our new kitchen, so I'll give you an idea of what this is gonna look like. I'm gonna put it up against the white wall just so that you can sort of see it, but I think it was about £17 for this little sample. It is only quite small, but it is the actual like door and the colour and everything. So this is what we've gone for. It's the what's it called, Mornington beaded in the colour stone. So colours do usually come across a little bit different on camera, but I feel like this is quite a good representation, especially against the white. You can sort of see that it's just quite a nice neutral, not too grey, not too beige, which is exactly what I wanted. I would have loved to have this colour, maybe it's just a little bit darker, because I wanted the wall colour to sort of follow the same like colour palette. Obviously I don't want the kitchen to just like blend into the walls, but I definitely don't want like brilliant white walls. I want them to be quite a bit warmer. But at least now that I've got this, I can get some like paint samples. I think I'm going to go to B&Q at some point this week and get some of the little like Valspar paint samples, just to start to get an idea of what colour we might go for on the walls. I think I might also buy a like a handle that we're thinking of going for, because I wanted to like get them myself. I've seen some that I really like, so I might order one of them just so that I can put everything together and I can make a little bit of a mood board using this sample. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got this. Like I say, it was about £17 and I did just search it online. I just got it from like a random website online basically. But I'll step back a little bit just so that you can sort of see. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks. It's difficult to get like a proper idea of the colour and stuff, and it looks completely different in different lights. But yeah, that is the exact style of door that we've gone for the kitchen. So yeah, it's just a waiting game now until we can actually get the kitchen fitted. in here is now completely done. Let me put the light on because it is just getting dark. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah, the flooring is all finished and Louis has done a very good job at getting it straight basically. So I don't know whether I mentioned in the previous clips, we wanted it to be straight against this wall, but I think this itself, like the actual chimney breast, was slightly wonky, but obviously we'd rather it be wonky at this end, which is sort of behind the sofa and stuff. When I say wonky, it's only like the tiniest little bit, but it's literally perfectly straight down here and right across. So yeah, it's looking really, really good. He's taken it up to here. Excuse me. Good boy. I've just got my pyjamas and my dressing gown and stuff on, so I'm not going to turn you around and show you me because that's not a pretty sight. But yeah, he's done up to here, and this itself looks... Nelson. This looks pretty straight, so we might just be able to continue it into the hallway, which is what I wanted. Otherwise we would have had to cut this bit sort of like along here and put a threshold in and then just start the hallway like completely separately. But if this is straight, then hopefully we'll just be able to like continue it. But obviously the hallway needs to be straight as well. So yeah, it's just figuring out the actual logistics and whether it's going to work or not. What are you doing? But yeah, it's looking so much better in here. I'm so glad it's all finished. And then all we need to do is get the walls and the ceiling skimmed, which is maybe something that we can look at doing in the next couple of months. And once that is done, we can literally like move our furniture and stuff into here and have this as our proper living room, which is obviously what it's supposed to be. So yeah, we're probably not too far away from actually like completing this room. I mean, it's still going to take a long time because there's lots of like little things that we need, such as obviously the skirting boards. I want nice like crown moulding all the way around. In this room as well, I would really like to do some sort of like plaster moulding design on the ceiling. Nothing too like extravagant, but just something to like really give this room that sort of like Victorian character, even though it's not a Victorian house. I do really like that style. So yeah, we'll see about that. But flooring is all complete. It is now Sunday night, so like I said, I'm in my pyjamas. I'm going to go and sit down and probably fall asleep because I'm absolutely knackered. But I am off for the next couple of weeks for Easter, so hopefully I'll be able to give you lots of updates of other bits going on in the house. Good morning everyone. Please just ignore the state of me. I'm freshly fake tanned because we're at a wedding tonight, so I don't want to like put any makeup on or do anything until tonight basically, because I'll be going in the shower in the next couple of hours and getting ready for that. So in the meantime, I am freshly fake tanned, but I'm fresh faced. I feel like I've got a bit of a cold, to be honest, so I'm not feeling 100%. I've just got back from a walk with the dog as well. He's sat in front of me now and he's absolutely pitted because it's not a very nice day outside either. It's very, very wet. But I thought I would just do a little bit of like organisation. What do you want? I don't think you can. There he is. There's his little face. But yeah, I thought I would do a little bit of organisation this morning because I'm currently sat in like our spare bedroom, which we've sort of like recently not done, but we've just had a bit of a switch around. We've got the day bed in here, we've got our wardrobes here. These are the wardrobes we got off Facebook Marketplace, and then I've got my desk in front of me that you're sat on at the moment. But I've got, like, obviously my desk, which I have been using the past few weeks, sort of since we've done this room. It is nice to have somewhere to come up here and like sit and work that's not just downstairs. But I've also got my dressing table next door, which is in our bedroom, which never used to be in our bedroom. It used to be in this room, like before the extension and stuff was done. But this room's been used for so many different things over the past few months. Like, a few months ago it was literally just piled full of all of our stuff. Like, everything from the garage had to come up here because obviously we knocked the garage down and like rebuilt it basically. So yeah, this room has like switched around a lot, and this used to be our dressing room like before the extension was done. But then since we sort of like moved back in just before Christmas, the dressing table has been in our bedroom, and it fits in there. It's only quite a small dressing table, but it's just a little bit like cluttered. There's always stuff on the top of it. Libby uses it as well, but I would just rather it not be in our bedroom if I can help it. But then obviously there's not really anywhere for it to go in here because I've already got a desk in here, and I just feel like I'm sort of, there's no real need for me to have a desk and a dressing table. So my thought process is I might try and combine the two and get rid of my dressing table and just use my desk as both, because every day is usually quite different, like work wise. Some days I am at home all day, some days I'm like in and out, so I don't use this desk like religiously every single day, Monday to Friday, like all day long. It does depend on the week and on the day, but it is nice to obviously have somewhere to use. But it's a very big desk, and I just feel like I can probably get away with like using it for both things. But what I would want to avoid is obviously having loads of clutter on it. If I am using it as a desk, I don't want all of like my makeup and stuff all over it. So basically I've ordered from Amazon these, oh my god, they're all stuck together, these like storage baskets. These were expensive. Any sort of storage basket just seemed to be expensive. Like, I couldn't really find anything for very, very cheap, which I wanted to. So this was, I think it was £30 for 4 of these, but they are quite big. I wanted them a little bit bigger because I'll show you the desk situation. So just ignore everything that is on top of it at the moment, but this is the desk. As you can see, it is quite like, it's quite deep. It's a good size desk. I've got like stuff on the top of it here, obviously, because I've been waiting for these baskets to come. But my plan is to, so it's got a drawer here, but it's a very, very like skinny drawer. It's not very deep at all. And then it's got this cupboard. So obviously these shelves in here go right back, and these are quite deep, but obviously I want like my hair and my makeup stuff to be like easily accessed. So my thought process was, I think, to possibly put like 2 of these in here. So have like one basket right at the back and then one sort of in front like that. And then obviously like I can just pull these out. I did measure these as well, hoping that all of my like sort of hairspray, fake tan, things like that could all pile up in these baskets, and then I can just have them in there like that. I might even be able to squeeze 3 in there. Let me see. No, I can't fit a 3rd one in there. I didn't think I'd be able to, but obviously I can put 1 in the top there, and then I've got all of my makeup in this like little sort of case thing, which I can obviously just close up, and then I can store that in this top one. I was thinking if I push that basket right to the back, and obviously the baskets that are in the back, I'll have things in there that I don't use as often. I have also got these 3 drawers underneath the day bed, which are like very, very big drawers. I've just got a couple of bits in there. I've got bits in here that were in the desk. So originally I had like all of my fabric samples, all of my flooring samples, not furniture, but like different catalogues. These are mainly sort of like kitchen catalogues, internal and external doors, windows, things like that. Like I have just got sort of interior design slash stationery bits that were in this desk, so I've put them in this drawer, and then there's another one there, but this room's a little bit of a mess at the moment. So then this is the dressing table that is in our bedroom. So as you can see, again, there's lots of bits on the top because I'm sort of in the process of transferring everything from here to next door. Obviously mixture of dog toys as well, of course. But yeah, this has done me well, this little dressing table. I've had it for quite a few years. I actually had this in like my mum and dad's house before we actually moved out. So it is nice and like compact, but it's got loads of storage. So this bottom drawer is really like tall, so I've been able to sort of just stand up all of like my tall bottles of things, and then there's just these two drawers that are just full of like all sorts of stuff that I don't really use. I feel like my dressing table is something that I need to clear out every few months, and there's always loads of stuff that I don't actually use or need. So yeah, that is my plan, I think, and then I can probably just get rid of this dressing table or like sell it or something, and just free up this corner, because this side of the bed is Louise and there's not a massive amount of space in between. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna like move bits over from here into next door, put them in the baskets, and just see how far I get. This is looking a little bit better in here now. I've not done much. I've just folded all of Louis' clothes up over here because that's everything that he needs to put away. I've still got a few like bits and bobs over here, but like I said, I'm going to be getting ready soon, so I don't really want to waste too much time cleaning everything and like tidying everything too much. I've got a couple of like bags of stuff down here, which is dresses for like upcoming weddings and things like that. A couple of them I need to return. One of them I'm wearing tonight. So yeah, I'm just leaving them there for now. Obviously in true renovation style, we've got ladders here and the clothes horse, which actually I need to put back up because I've just put a load of washing in the washing machine, so that'll be done soon. And then I've just got a little bit of general like tidying and stuff that I need to do in here. Honestly, we have to put this like grey thing over our bed every single day because he just spends his life on our bed. But obviously, as you can see from his mucky little legs, he's still a little bit soggy from his walk, but I just feel awful not letting him come on here. And if I shut the bedroom door and don't let him in, chances I will get on the sofa. So either way, I need to like put some sort of blanket down to cover it. So I just put this on our bed every single day, and then he can just come and chill up here if he wants. But this will probably be him for the rest of the day. This is his favourite little place. He's so cute. Well yeah, I still haven't cleared all of this dressing table, so I'm gonna continue with that to see how far I get. I also do really need to do something with this cupboard in here because we're not actually making use of this at all, and obviously this will be a good place to store like toilet roll, towels, anything like bathroomy, because our bathroom actually has like zero storage. We don't have anywhere to put anything in there, but obviously this is just a little bit of a mess still at the moment. This is where the like the hot water tank was, so it literally came up to like here. It was huge. the whole of the bottom of this was the hot water tank, and then there was a couple of shelves above it, but Louis's been pulling out all of the old pipes over the past couple of weeks, hence probably why there's no floorboards and stuff in there. So yeah, this just needs a general tidy up, and then we can maybe get some shelves put in here at some point. But yeah, that's not a job for today. For now, I'm just going to focus on this dressing table. So the hallway flooring has begun. We're trying to follow it through straight from here, but this wall isn't straight, we don't think. This one is.
No, we think by the eye it'd be better to go straight with this one.
Oh, do we?
We don't know which one's straight. Obviously walk in and look at the stairs.
See, I think we'll have a radiator cover over that though, and if the floor's not straight against the radiator cover, I don't know.
You better find the joiner.
The what?
So then you better find the joiner. It's not straight.
So Louis just putting the plywood down. Then what?
Then put all the underlay down, or like maybe like we'll do like this run.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't put any of the underlay down until you're ready to lay the flooring, because there'll be a lot of traffic along here.
But we need to start at some point. We need to lay some floor down so we know if it's going to look straight on us.
It takes the most time just figuring out what's straight. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll have flooring in here, and then we've just got this utility in here that'll need emptying, and then that's all the flooring done.
Now, this isn't that bad because it's only like
this shouldn't take long.
5 like width.
Yeah.
So if you have to pull it up, it's not like.
Yeah, it's not as bad as like this room, but it'll make a massive difference in this hallway. This has been annoying me for ages now, the floorboards. Once we've got nice flooring down here, it'll look a lot better. This is how far Louis got with the flooring last night. So it is now the next day. This didn't really take him too long, obviously, because it's not actually that much flooring in here. So what he was doing really was just laying this so that we could actually get a visual idea of how straight it was going to look. Anybody that has laid their own flooring like this before will know how difficult it is to get things straight, or at least looking straight. And what we've realised in this house, I don't know whether it's just because it's a little bit of an older house. Obviously it's not really old, it was built in 1970 I think, but a lot of the walls aren't straight, which starts us off on a difficult foot straight away. So I think this wall is not quite straight, but once he started laying it, I think it's maybe a centimetre out maximum. So once he lays this strip down here, that bit might be like a centimetre wider at one end rather than the other, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I think it looks fine. It's not sort of wonky enough to actually notice. However, I think Louis is just going to pull this up and just rejig it a little bit, because I don't know whether you can see here where all of like these joins are staggered. they're supposed to be a lot more staggered than they are here. So if you can sort of, I don't know whether you can really see, but on all the other flooring there's quite a big, this room's a bit of a mess, but there's usually quite a big gap between them. I think it's supposed to be at least 6 inches, I want to say, and obviously these ones are very close to each other, so he's just going to do a few little cuts and just make that gap between the joins bigger. Just, I think it makes the floor a little bit more like sturdy. Yeah, so this flooring is still ongoing, but we haven't had to put a threshold in there, which is great, because that's ideally how I wanted it everywhere, but that hasn't happened. Obviously we do need thresholds there and one there as well. But yeah, ongoing with the flooring, but I'm so excited for this to be finished because obviously the hallway gets a lot of traffic. We're walking up and down here a lot through the day, so it's been really annoying having just the floorboards. Obviously it gets quite sort of dirty and I don't know, just a bit like messy when we're coming in with the dog and stuff, and just having floorboards hasn't been very nice. So I'm excited for this floor to be finished hopefully soon. But yeah, I think I'm going to finish this video here anyways. Oh god. Yeah, this flooring maybe won't be done for another like week or so at least. So I don't want to drag this video on for too long, but I'll obviously keep you updated with the progress as he goes, and that'll be in the next video. So yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed watching this one, and I will see you all very soon.